Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day, and I like to give you some great reasons to go to black-cat-comics.com and pick up something fun to read. Excited about this week, lots of stuff that's fun to read. Got to start with the DC guys. Francie, can you grab my Marvel stack? Because it's always a big week for this guy. This is Detective Comics number 1035, 1036. This is the one that started it all, the one that launched the dynamic duo and Cape Crusader. One of the best books in comics. If you're just following Batman proper, you're missing out on one of the best Bat books there is. Detective has been really solid for a long time. And this one has Huntress on it, so that's a great jump-in point for you. Batman Black and White. I think this is the last issue, 6 of 6. Cool little anthology with some of the top talent in comics. There's a cover by one of my favorite guys, John Romita Jr. And Batman Superman, one of my favorite books right now. Go back to number 16, then grab 17, and this week's 18. This is what this book is all about, and everything it's been since, back in the 1950s when they called it World's Finest. Love me some Batman Superman. Great writers, great artists. Gene Yang, Ivan Rice. Like I say, can't say enough about this book. Grab the previous 2 issues and grab this week's 18. You will not be disappointed. Action Comics, along with Detective, the one that started it all. You know I'm a big Superman fan. A lot going on in the Super books. A lot going on in DC Comics in general. A lot of new titles, a lot of new creative teams. If you've been away from one of your favorite titles for a while, or if there's a title you've never checked out but kind of always wanted to, now's a good time to pick up just about anything DC and see what's going on. Like Robin number 2 with a brand new villain there on the cover. Grab the first issue and grab this week's number 2. Everybody loves some Damian Wayne. Or Harley Quinn number 2, the latest issue in the latest reboot from everyone's favorite former evil sidekick. And Teen Titans Academy, another one of the new recent Infinite Frontier books from DC. Like I say, good time to try out some new titles, some classic titles, and some new things like Milestone Returns. Yes, Milestone Comics is back at DC, which is super awesome. Everybody loves that stuff. Like Mr. Miracle. Can read more about this one in our newsletter this week. Love me some Mr. Miracle. Love the new take on the new version of Mr. Miracle coming out of the Future State Superman stuff. Great art in this book. Sort of a return to the classic concept, the original Kirby concept. Fun stuff. And Stargirl Spring Break Special. See, another new opportunity to try something fun and exciting from DC Comics. And then a couple of Black Label offerings. Strange Adventures from our man Tom King. You know we love anything Tom King around here. Love me some Adam Strange. Cool dark sci-fi action going on in that one. And other history of the DC universe rounds out your DC stuff for the week with this big magazine-sized offering. Fun stuff. Great week for the Marvel guys. Let's talk some Heroes Reborn. This is the latest event from the House of Ideas. This is already number 4. It's been rolling out weekly. So if you've been out of the shop for a couple of weeks, you're going to want to catch up. It's sort of a what-if story, though it's taking place in our universe. Something has happened to the Avengers. And there's lots of Heroes Reborn stuff, tie-in books like Magneto and the Future Force, and Siege Society, which is kind of the Heroes Reborn version of Thunderbolts, which is awesome, because everybody loves anything with Zemo, and Young Squadron. Kind of like the Squadron Supreme version of the Young Avengers. I always say you don't have to read all of the side books to understand the main book. You only have to follow the main title. But if you're loving the main title, or if you like some of these side characters, the side books are usually worth checking out, at least for a first issue. Now for Darth Vader and Star Wars Dr. APHRA are your War of the Bounty Hunters books. Loving everything Marvel Star Wars. Have from the very beginning. If you're any kind of Star Wars fan like me, you're going to want to check this stuff out. A little like the DC stuff. If you've been away from the Star Wars titles, now's a great time to come back. Pick up that War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha, and then grab all of these Prelude issues, because it's just Star Wars fun. Great stories, great art. New Mutants is your X book of the week. Black Panther number 25 is your last issue in the current run. Boy, has this run been amazing. If you haven't been checking out Black Panther, go back to either Volume 1 or Volume 6, which starts the last arc, or just pick up this last issue, because if you're like me, you love last issues and you always like to see how they wrap everything up. Black Widow number 7 follows up on that huge number 6 that sold out super fast. And Alien is back at Marvel, which is super awesome. They'll be rolling out Predator soon enough. Everybody loves some Alien, and it's awesome to see this getting a whole new take over at Marvel, which is fun. Great stuff, and it's a great week for all the other guys too. One of the best weeks for the indies we've seen in a little while. Lady Baltimore is your Mike Mignola book of the week. You know we talk up anything Hellboy-esque. Though Baltimore isn't the Hellboy universe, but it's super awesome because Lady Baltimore is a vampire hunter, and that's always fun. Witcher is your other Dark Horse book of the week, because you guys love all those streaming shows. Great week for the Image guys. So let's start with Spawn. Like action and detective, the one that started it all. Everybody loves some Todd McFarlane. That's the B cover. Don't show a lot of B covers, but come on, that's the McFarlane cover for Spawn. So what else are you going to do? That one. Monstrous, one of the biggest and best books they have. If you're not reading Monstrous, you're missing out on one of the best books in comics. Pick up the reprint of number 1 or the first trade paperback, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The art's amazing. The story's unique. There's a reason this thing has won 15 Eisners. Department of Truth is one of the newer Image hits, a book that we love very much around here at Black Cat. Talk this one up all the time, along with Ha Ha and Two Moons. Two Moons is totally one of our favorites these days. The art in this book is amazing. Love some cool dark westerns. Like I say, it's a great week for the Image books. Everybody should have an Image book on their on their list. So if you don't have one of these books, pick up Department of Truth, Ha Ha, Two Moons. Lots and lots of awesome Image books. Red Sonja is your Dynamite book of the week. I'm always talking up the great job they do with Red Sonja, Sonjaverse, Vampirella, Deja Thoris, all that great stuff. TMNT, The Last Ronin, number 3, the one you've been waiting for. One of the hottest books in comics. First couple issues have already sold out and gone to reprint, and they're going for top dollar. Everybody loves the mighty TMNT. This one is one of those future sort of books, kind of hearkening back to the original TMNT with that Frank Miller vibe. I know this is already on your list. Doesn't need a whole lot of help from me, but to people who aren't subscribed, get to your shop fast. Go to black-cat-comics.com. Pick up Last Ronin number 3. They're going to go fast. Firefly is your Boom Studios book of the week. Love me some Firefly. Shadow Man is my Valiant book of the week. Super stoked to see Shadow Man coming back. Like Image, everybody should have a Valiant book on their list, and Shadow Man's a great place to start. Really cool genre fusion they do over there at Valiant, and this one is obviously sort of a dark superhero story. Loved Shadow Man way back in the day. They've done a couple different incarnations in recent times, and this is the latest one. Like I say, pick up Shadow Man, pick up Rye, pick up Exo Manowar. Love me some Valiant. Girls of Dimension 13 is your Aftershock book of the week. Been talking up some Aftershock. Always encouraging folks to try a new title, a new publisher, something a little outside of the big two. Like The Blue Flame is your Vault book of the week. Vault is one of the newer publishers, like Aftershock, like AWA, like a lot of guys that we talk up. Doing great stories and great art, because that's what comics is all about. And last but definitely not least is Star Wars Adventures, Weapon of the Jedi. Love me some Star Wars Adventures. I already told you I'm a big Star Wars fan, as you probably are too. Marvel has teamed up with IDW to do their all ages line. They do Marvel Action for all the superhero stuff, and they do Star Wars Adventures for their Star Wars line. Pick up High Republic Adventures or this week's Weapon of the Jedi. I love seeing Star Wars stories in an all ages format for the younger readers, because that's tons of fun. That's the new books for this week. Want to mention that this Friday is another episode of Kazi's Classics. Last Friday of every month, we do a little half-hour show, YouTube, Facebook, 6 p.m. Friday, where we talk about some awesome classic comics. This week, our theme is great creators. Got some books by the all-time greats. So make sure you tune in Friday, 6 p.m., Facebook, YouTube. Check out some Kazi's classics. That's all we got for you for this week. Go to black-cat-comics.com, click on Shop, click on New This Week. Take a look at all the books we've been talking about. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.